for Chris Showers.
How's everybody doing? My name is Christopher Matthew Showers, and I used to think that was a good name until I took this class. Now suddenly it's like I'm back in elementary school. I forget, do you take showers or baths? Because it doesn't smell like it. Another one I get is, do you have a sister named April Showers? No. Well, my mom did want to name my sister Brooke Showers. Unfortunately, that was just too much water for one name. So I was all excited about that joke, and I typed it up, and I was going to email it to our teacher. My email address is cmshowers. And instead of critiquing the joke, he just replied back, "Why is your screen name Cum Showers?" So our teacher told us to always carry a notepad around with us, but I'm always forgetting. So driving home from work, and I think of this joke. And to remind myself to write it down when I get home, I start chanting. Joke, joke, joke. But then I remember that I want to take a vitamin when I get home too, so I change the chant to joke centrum, joke centrum. Then I remember that I want to watch Deal or No Deal when I get home, so I change the chant a little bit more. Joke centrum. Howie Mandel. Joke centrum. Howie Mandel. Then I remember that I need to take the trash out when I get home, so I change the chant a little bit more. Joke centrum. Howie Mandel. Trash. Joke centrum. Yeah. So I finally get home and I sit down on my computer and I ask myself, what's that hilarious joke Howie Mandel tells about Centrum? Fortunately for you, I've since remembered it. He goes, you know they have Centrum More Complete from A to Zinc and Centrum Silver for old people? Well, I think they should have a Centrum for people with a drug problem. We'll call it Centrum Pill Popper, More Complete from Ambien to Xanax. So I'm not a fan of food, I'm not sure if you can tell. I actually weigh 135 pounds. And I think they should have a guy like me on The Biggest Loser every season, just to piss off the fat people. So I tried out for the show. The producer said to me, "We didn't mean that kind of loser. You might want to try down the hallway. They're having auditions for Beauty and the Geek." Does anyone here have kids? Get a round of applause for kids. But I haven't even seen a kid in like a decade. Last time I checked, they had this Barney guy. I don't know if they still have him. When I was a kid, we had something similar. The one-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater. You guys remember him? But one day my older sister and I were sitting around and we realized that a purple people eater is terrifying. So we went running to our mom and she explained to us, no, it only eats purple people. Seemed like a reasonable explanation. But then we sit down, and this TV movie comes on, and it features this guy, and he comes flying in, he befriends these kids, he's jumping on the trampoline with them. And our little brains start cranking, and we realize that he's purple in the movie. He is not a purple people eater. He's purple, and he's going to eat people. So now we're yelling at the TV, "Kids, it's a trap!" So speaking of kids, has anyone here ever smoked marijuana? I was never big into marijuana. I did in college 5 or 10 times, whatever the minimum requirement was to graduate. But I don't tell you about the very last time I smoked pot. I did it to save a man's life. That's right. I was up at MSU with my buddy, and his roommate's just the biggest pothead in the world. You know this guy. He's got the long hair and the wool cap, and just for no apparent reason, he's wearing ski goggles. So he's been smoking all day. He's high out of his mind, and he says to us, "We're going to the strip club." And I had enough Heinekens in me at this point to think it was a good idea. So we get in the car, and he starts rolling a joint. And I realize that he smokes so much, he might die if he smokes all that. So the Heineken suggested to me that I should help him out. So I took 2 hits off the joint, and, it totally saved his life. I'm pretty sure. But then I was high at the strip club, which is just awful. I think the strippers are undercover cops and that they're on to me. But then I get distracted by a spotlight on the wall. So my friends are big nerds. They make fun of me whenever I try something new. So I told them I was going to take a salsa dancing class. And they said to me, "That's stupid. Everyone's going to laugh at you." So then I told them I was going to take this stand-up class. They said, "That's stupid. Nobody's going to laugh at you." So I've been a big nerd my whole life, too. And that being said, I'd like to do something for you I call You Might Be a Nerd If. You might be a nerd if you've ever seen dice with more than 6 sides. You might be a nerd if you're 25 and you still love cartoons. Is anyone a fan of Family Guy? All right, you might be a nerd if you just cheered. You might be a nerd if you've ever lost a hand of poker and yelled statistics at the winner. You might be a nerd if you've ever signed a petition to bring back a TV show. And extra points if the petition was online. You might be a nerd if you watch Sci-Fi Channel shows on your iPod. You might be a nerd if you watch Sci-Fi Channel shows. You might be a nerd if you know how to swear in a fictional language. And lastly, you might be a nerd if you've ever bought a losing lottery ticket and thought to yourself, "Oh well, at least I won in a parallel dimension." All right, that's it for me. Thank you guys.